check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. What's going on? We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Talking about Errol, Spence, blasting Terence, Crawford, really blasting Bob Arum too, for not, doing a great job promoting. Talking about ain't no 50-50 with Crawford doing 150,000 and him and Mikey doing 400,000. And he talks about a lot of things in the fight. Won't happen probably until late 2020 at the earliest. It's Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship. And the article link is in the description. Under article link, stars off the interview saying his promoter, talking about Crawford, his promoter needs to do a better job of promoting him. I guess Spence said, referring to Crawford, I feel like he was a failure on the promotional side, so I think Bob needs to get back to the drawing board. If he thinks me and Crawford is going to be 50-50 down the middle deal, if I bring in probably 400,000 pay-per-view buys and he's doing 100 and something, why should we split it if we fight each other? Okay. He goes on to say, give me 1 second. It's just not the opponent he's fighting, but the whole promotional thing behind him. Excuse me. Spence said, like when Showtime promotes or Fox promotes, they really put everything into it. But Crawford fight, you really didn't hear nothing until the week of the fight. I kind of forgot about it. I didn't hear nothing about it until the week of the fight. They started promoting it probably Thursday or Friday. That's when it really got out there like that. So I feel like they could have done a better job on promoting it. Then he goes and said, with Crawford, it's a lack of promotion, said Spence. I feel like Bob promote Crawford like he should. Doesn't promote Crawford like he should. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like he promotes Lomachenko way better than they promote Crawford. Even with the lead up to the promotion of the Crawford fight, they were talking about Lomachenko in the same sentence with Crawford. Why are you talking about Lomachenko when you've got your pay-per-view fighter fighting Saturday night? Every time they mention Crawford, they mention Lomachenko. What are you doing that for when you got Crawford fighting? And he continues to go on, say some other stuff, and say basically that when he fight, they really don't mention Keith Thurman, Pacquiao like that unless they mention him. But the last quotation I'll get into, then I'll break down what he said. I like Crawford. Spence said, I feel like Crawford's a great fighter. Have nothing respect for Terence. I've got Terence's number in my phone right now. Wish me good luck before my last fight. So I've got nothing but respect for him. I feel like they're doing him dirty. They gave Tyson Fury a big ass deal, and then then they give him a $3 million deal. Come on, that's a slap in the face right there. Yep. So that's what he said. And I'll read the other quotation he did in the interview. When I fought on pay-per-view, they didn't mention guys. They didn't mention Keith Thurman. They didn't mention Pacquiao. They mentioned me. They mentioned me versus Mikey, not Keith Thurman, or Pacquiao. If somebody mentioned Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, it was me who mentioned them, or who I would like to fight next. I feel like the proof's in the pudding, how they handle the whole promotion. Me, I wasn't even watching like that, and I noticed they were handling the promotion. I noticed how they were handling the promotion. Keep bringing up Lomachenko. Even after Crawford fight, they kept bringing up Lomachenko. Why? They're not even in the same weight class. Why do you keep bringing up this guy? So I feel like they're over promoting him, overkill, and Terence is not the guy who's gonna speak up. He a guy who just want to fight. So he said a lot of truth here. And at the end of the day, when is he gonna react to what Terence Crawford did to Amir Khan? He's not gonna react to that. At the end of the day, this is what you get in boxing now. Back in the day, you didn't have Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier talking about what was your last viewership on TV and how many you sell, and this ain't. You ain't had them discussing the business. And now the business side of boxing has become very contagious, where everybody is now you got fighters who just supposed to go out there and fight and not calculate numbers or break down numbers. But he said some truth here, man. He said that they prefer Lomachenko pretty much over Terence Crawford, and they used Terence Crawford 5 weeks to continue to promote Lomachenko as their best fighter in the world. And yes, Crawford is in enemy line in the bed with enemy territory. I do agree with that and everything he said. But at the end of the day, how do you feel about the Amir Khan fight? Where's your synopsis? Terence Crawford got his synopsis on Mikey and Errol. He gave Errol credit. So at the end of the day, this is why you got a group of people that just talk about 70-30, 50-50, 400,000, 150,000, carry the one, how much he getting, how much money he got in his wallet, how much money he got in his purse. Shit doesn't matter. Why is Terence Errol Spence going out here saying, oh, it ain't 50-50? He don't want to fight the guy. And it's cool. I'm at peace with it. He don't want to fight him. You know, and I understand he feel like he don't, he deserved the lion's share of the pot. And he probably do. You know, I'm not here to talk about business. I'm here to talk about boxing. But guess what? They not treating you the best over at PBC neither. You the same nigga who didn't have a fight for 7 months after you won the title versus Kell Brook. You the same nigga that won a whole year fighting Lamont Peterson and Carlos Ocampo and they wouldn't give you Sean Porter and wouldn't give you Danny Garcia. You the same nigga that they waited till the last minute to strip Keith Thurman, so Danny Garcia and Sean Porter get the belt just to hold it for another 6-7 months so they had to fight you. You the same dude that you the same dude that they took Keith Thurman and they gave him the Manny Pacquiao fight. People say, well, Manny Pacquiao chose Keith Thurman. He ducked Errol Spence. So what? Wasn't Errol Spence the same dude telling Terence Crawford and Bob Arum to their face that Al want me to fight Pacquiao? He want me to fight Pacquiao. If Al is so powerful, make that shit happen then. But then again, Keith Thurman sat out for 2 years and now he get a pay-per-view right after you. The bigger pay-per-view that's probably going to do more money than yours. So do you keep that same energy when Keith Thurman say, well, you don't deserve the lion's share of the pot. You did 400,000 in Texas with a Mexican. And I say I did 450 or 500,000 with Manny Pacquiao. Do you keep that same energy when that happened? When Keith Thurman say, I've been champion more times than you? Do you keep that same energy when Keith Thurman used this same rebuttal against you? Do you keep that same energy when people can blatantly point out that Premier Boxing Champion clearly prefers Keith Thurman over you? Didn't try to get Keith Thurman stripped. Didn't force Keith Thurman to get in the ring with you. So keep that same energy, bro. You ain't out to clear. Yes, Fox did an amazing job of promoting your pay-per-view. But a lot of those 400,000 pay-per-view boxes do with Mikey pulling Mexican people in. It wasn't because they promoted the fight great, because they did all that shit to promote the fight. They did all that to promote the fight, and guess what? You only did 400,000. That ain't shit to glow about. That ain't a great pay-per-view number, 350,000 or 400,000. That shit ain't great. When you talking about great pay-per-view numbers, you talking about 700,000 or better. So he going around here with all that promotion, acting like he didn't eclipse 1 million. Like, nigga, you ain't eclipsed 1 million. That's why they're not gonna put the Sean Porter fight on pay-per-view, because they already know you come back and do 150, 200,000 with Sean Porter, which if it's lucky to do that, even with great promotion, because nobody likes Sean Porter, and Errol Spence don't have no personality, then Bob Arum gonna use that against Crawford. Say, oh, you just did that because you had a Mexican in the ring with you. But you point out the obvious. You point out everything we already know. We already discussed how ESPN promotes Lomachenko better than him. Then he says, they gave Fury that big deal and gave Crawford that little bit of deal. Well, shit, they gave Keith Thurman that Manny Pacquiao fight and give it to you. They let Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Keith Thurman elude you for 2 years, bro. 2 years. So let's not act like PBC putting you on this pedestal. You sat here waiting for 2 years. 2 years since you got that belt. Longer than that. Since you was 15-0 on Keith Thurman. You sat here for 2 years. And you sat here for several years trying to get Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman sit out 2 years. Come back and get a Manny Pacquiao fight. And you talking about Crawford and Lomachenko? You talking about 50-50 in pay-per-view? Come on, man. Talk about, the matchup. Talk about throwing them hands. Why we got boxers chopping up numbers in interviews now? Why we got boxers talking about pay-per-view numbers? Instead of what you'll do with Terence Crawford. You know, what you worried about with ESPN doing with Lomachenko over Crawford, because PBC doing the same thing with Keith Thurman over you. And then he goes on to say, well, you know, I hope to get Crawford late 2020. I want to fight the winner, Pacquiao Thurman. You know, that ain't happening until late 2020. They've been promising you that Keith Thurman fight for so long. So long they've been promising you that Keith Thurman fight. And what has it gotten you? Yes, your first pay-per-view did amazing, bro. 400,000, that's good for you. And we ain't knocking it. But why are we doing interviews talking about 100,000, about to have a money shot? Why are we talking about that? Why is a professional fighter whose job is to go in there and push niggas' cap back talking about numbers? And he's talking about, oh, you know, 50-50. Oh, we already know your mind that then. If he gonna talk about numbers, that motherfucker should say, oh, since Crawford think he could beat me, let's do a 40-40 split. The winner get to 20%. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear competitive talk. I don't want to hear this prancy, Bugs Bunny jumping around talk. You talking about everything but that man performance. When did you gonna give him credit for his performance? Because he gave him credit for yours. But you out here in Vegas kicking it with Keith Idec, talking about money. Oh, it ain't no 50-50 and whoop-de-whoop, Bob Arum crazy, you think it's 50-50. And that's what Bob Arum called Al about. Them dudes ain't gonna fight. I told you that. That's why that fight need to happen right now. Because they're not gonna get Crawford Thurman or Sean Porter or nothing like that. Errol Spence is probably gonna collect 3 belts. That's if he can get past Keith Thurman. And that's if Keith Thurman to fight him. Once Errol get this second belt, the fight is done. That's why the fight need to happen right now. That's why I push for the fight to happen right now. Because they can split the bag down the middle, and then it would have been what it's gonna be. That fight not gonna happen. Errol Spence is not gonna be the guy that say, you know what, I'm gonna compromise and make this fight happen. He don't care about legacy. He just look at the money. He's so deep in the Al Heyman thing. He just look at the money. And like I said, he said, oh, it ain't gonna happen till late 2020. At the end of the day, my nigga, you just was the same dude last week, a couple days before the Terence Crawford fight, saying ain't nobody from Nebraska beating me. Ain't no dude from Nebraska beating me, and whoop-de-whoop-whoop-whoop. This dude put on a performance versus Amir Khan. After that, Errol Spence ain't said nothing until this interview he did with Keith Idec yesterday. He ain't did nothing. He did this interview with Keith Idec, and he get here talking about business and promoting. No, that ain't what niggas want to hear. We want to hear, hey, you gonna fight him or not? How would you beat him? How would you dismantle Terence Crawford? How would you fight him? When you gonna fight him? And all of a sudden he said, oh, it ain't gonna happen until late 2020. If that, like Keith Thurman ain't happening until late 2020. Just come on and say, you know what? I don't want to deal with Bob Arum. Bob Arum not a fair promoter. And just leave it at that, and then just go ahead and close the door on him, man. But to bring Lomachenko, how they prefer Lomachenko over Terence Crawford, dude, we've been talking about that. Ain't nothing new. Tell us something we don't know. Tell them a weakness you see in Terence Crawford. I'm telling you, man, these niggas screaming man down and strap season. These niggas ain't about that shit, man. These niggas about the bag season. And I ain't knocking any fighter to go get the bag neither. But you ain't gonna get the bag off the strength of my dollar, bro. I guarantee you that. You ain't gonna get the bag off the strength of my money, bro. At the end of the day, for you to say, oh, man, it's going to happen late 2020, hey, just say it ain't going to happen at all. Because he's sitting here acting like they ain't did him dirty in favor of Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Keith Thurman. They've been putting Keith Thurman above you forever. They've been letting Keith Thurman get these fights forever. But they won't deliver Keith Thurman to you until way down the line. Way down the line, you get Keith Thurman. And I understand the whole Lomachenko situation where they prefer Lomachenko and they doing Crawford dirty. Tell us something we don't know. And you act, oh, Fox did a great job promoting, Showtime. Yeah, did a great job promoting, but you only did 400,000 with all that promotion. In the grand scheme of things, that ain't shit to go around parading around with your purse around your neck. That ain't nothing to parade around, but we did 400,000. Man, come on, man. Mayweather did 350,000 or 400,000 with Arturo Gatti with none of the promotion behind him. Other than the argument with Arturo Gatti like on ESPN. So, I mean, come Come on, man. 400,000 ain't no number to celebrate. That's a joke. That's a joke. People want to go around here, oh, success. No. To me, if a pay-per-view don't have the anticipation of 1 million, it should be on regular TV. 700,000, 600,000, I think is acceptable. 500,000, how are you supposed to grow with only 500,000 people watching your fight? How are you supposed to grow with only 400,000 people watching your fight? How? But hey, it is what it is, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. I'll link that article in the description. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1 Boxing. Get you 18% off the all natural products, soaps, lotion, foot soaps, bath bomb, much, much more. Website, promo code in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All that information is in the description. Don't forget, I'll link the article so you can read the full interview in the description. Goodfellas Sports TV, one time for the one time. We grinding, man. Appreciate everybody for showing love to the channel. Best way you can donate, share the videos, check out the Patreon. One time for the one.